Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo choo to you, and all my nobody's not watching out there. We're still here doing the thing, and hopefully it'll be okay. And I'm pretty sure I just kind of bitched out before we got to where we're going, and then I could have, like, saved or whatever, but I just, like, it just seems like it goes on and I talk and whatever. Anyway, back to this. Sophie, what you say? In moderation. And best if they don't know your true nature. Also, I would say that subordinates are useful, but friends? I haven't had one of those for many years now. Ouch. Our little sect supplies social interactions aplenty, but doesn't really encourage friendships. Alliances of convenience to be broken at a whim, yes, but more like it. That's more like it. It's like, I think that's more a Toreador thing. I think that there's other vampires that are much more hardcore in their alliances. Like, no, we have a bond. That's the thing. Depending on it. Toreadors seem whimsical and Malkavians, for sure. Like, we're not friends. We're friends now. I killed all your enemies. Like, why? I don't know. I felt like it. One of them looked at me crossways. The other one, he didn't like big red chewing gum. And if you don't like big red chewing gum, fuck you. I don't know. Like this, whatever. Moving on. Long-term solidarity does occur in the Camarilla, but we are a very politicized organization by necessity. Loyalty is to your sire, to your prince, and to the sect. See, that sounds like some fucking propaganda. But honestly, the same propaganda you're gonna probably get from every clan. They're all gonna be like, hey, I mean, maybe not to your sire sometime. No, it actually kind of seems like you're pretty much that. The only one that's going to be different off the top of my head is definitely going to be Tremere. Tremere's going to be like, to the sect. Not your sire, not the prince, the sect. You belong to the clan. Fuck your sire if you have to. And actually, it's logical to do so. That's a common thing. Kind of Sith that way. There's other things that do that, but in general, and then there's ones that are like, psh. All that matters is the clan, and all that matters is yourself, like, depending on the thing. Friends must remain a distant priority at best for us to maintain the masquerade and thrive as years pass. With age comes authority, with it comes influence and power, if you wish to reach for them. She seems to be lost in thought and falls silent for a while, leaving you to ponder all the things you've learned tonight. It still feels absolutely unreal that as a piece after piece of knowledge falls into place, the image becomes almost entirely like a logical jigsaw puzzle wherever you wouldn't believe on your own you've witnessed. Damn! Many questions swarm your thoughts, but the one you keep returning to is that place in your new reality should be. The car stops. You are in the city in front of an old but well-renovated apartment building. Nice. We're here. Would you like to see your lodgings? Is that even a logical question? The yellow light flashing feels like it means something. Like symbolically. My own apartment? Neat. Neat. To quote Alucard from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Neat. Is it another parking lot room? What if I want to sleep in my home? Yeah, no, let's just go with my own apartment. Neat. Get my own apartment? That's neat. Neato! Consider it the first of many gifts that I'm able to grant in exchange for loyalty. Come upstairs. She leads you through a small hall with a night guard who says, "Miss Langley." I got lost. It's a good evening. So he knows. I mean, he knows that she's called Miss Langley. And you take the stairs up to the second floor. Sophie opens the door to room 209. I wonder if that's a reference to Vampire the Masquerade. I can't... Bloodlines. Was it 209? I know we were on the second floor, but I don't think it was 209. At any rate, at least we're on the second floor so we can jump out the window if we need to. Without being a suicidal person. Stop. Just let me read it. Inside are all the amenities you could expect from a modern apartment, and some you wouldn't have deemed necessary just the previous night, including thick blinds on the windows. I mean, I'm looking around. They have like one of those speakers that's like, it's like a weird shape for no real reason. It's like, oh no, this is different because it makes it better. There's a television that's a flat screen. It's kind of small, at least for modern times. Your fucking wallpaper looks kind of archaic. So you got like what looks like a divider from the kitchen or whatever room we're in to the next room, but it would require you to move the entertainment system. Like, you can see how like there's like a thing, like you pull it out and it's like one of those folding walls, but again, you'd have to do that, which isn't that huge of an issue, but it kind of is when you think about all the cords and plugs and stuff. And it has like this really crappy looking, I can't like zoom in on it, but it looks like a really, it's either like really nice and I can't tell how good it is, or it's very low tier trash art. And then there's a lot of books, movies, tapes, I don't know. Fucking, they could be, what were they, 8-tracks. Fuck, I don't know. Some fake plants that look like you want to be living in Florida. I mean, it's like, is it better than the fucking, like, you pay $1,500 a month for this, what's basically a closet, New York apartment? Hell yeah, it's still not that great of an improvement. It's better than the first apartment you get in VtMB. It still looks like it's a downgrade from the other one, but that was also in LA, so I don't know the difference of that. It does look, I don't really trust those shades, but okay. I mean, this is, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. I get the feeling, if I recall correctly, and I don't know that I do, I probably would have gotten a worse one if I hadn't been Toreador. But I get the feeling I'm probably getting the same one, and I gotta earn a better one. But I know that in VtMB, you get a better one just by being Ventru. Or you get a Nosferatu place once you get to that. But it's still a hassle. Like, being a Nosferatu is so much a hassle, and it's like not great. I mean, it's fitting for a Nosferatu, but it's so hard to be a Nosferatu. That's like hard mode. Anyway, the back room has a comfortable looking bed and a thick steel door with several sturdy looking locks, but no windows. There you go. That's what I'm looking for, right there. Well, how do you like it? What? Can I choose another? I'm not going to be disrespectful. I do want to say, not bad. Could use some redecorating. But honestly, I don't know how long I'll be here. I'm just going to say, cool. Yeah, nah. Like, she saved my life today. I'm not living in a closet. I'm living at all, so I'll take it. This is great. Thank you. I'm glad. Make yourself at home. I do feel like maybe if I'd been a little more Toreador and been like, could use some redecorating, it could have earned me some like some sort of respect points. But again, I was sitting next to the guy who was like ready to cut my head off, came back, and sat next to me with the sword ready to cut my head off, and was just like muttering to himself like, Kadir shows up to the plate. He hasn't been on, at bat all season. The crowd goes wild. Ha! Ha! Kadir! Kadir! And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude. I was like really well behaved for you. Jesus. Come on, man. Tomorrow, I will take you hunting and discuss the blood in more detail. I'll let you get comfortable. The keys are by the television set. I'll come pick you up tomorrow night. Use the back room for rest. You can lock the doors just in case. No, hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking lock the doors. I'll probably lock the doors and put a bunch of heavy shit in front of it. Just cause, like, if you wanted to kill me, you would, but that doesn't mean that other people that want to kill me or would prefer if I died, wouldn't do that. Not the prince, not Kadir, but somebody else. Like, you could have enemies and they could just be like, wouldn't it be funny if we just killed that one guy, though, that you just, like, adopted? That would be funny. We should do that. It'll be fun. Just like it's a fucking college prank or some shit. That's how they roll in the world of darkness. They'll do shit like that for fucking funsies. It stings a bit when she leaves, like the room suddenly became a few shades dimmer. You're the light of my life. You inspect the kitchen, hoping to find something to drink. Nothing. No regular food either. No, honestly, if you don't have the right perks, you can't eat regular food. And even then, eating regular food, even with the perks, doesn't grant you nourishment. It just means that you can put it in your body to throw it up later without cost to you, I think. Normally, like, if you had to eat, you would just, like, what was it, Santa Clara diet? Just like, I don't, maybe not that bad, but it would be, you can't do it. I think, depending on your level of humanity, you can maybe stomach it without the perk, but yeah. Feels strange that Kadir could be more thoughtful a host than your new sire, even if only in that respect. You briefly wonder if the sheriff might have a hidden side. Okay. Hey, don't be like that. Like, I just want to state this, not trying to, like, say Kadir or compare them. I'm just saying, neither of them expected to have a new lodger or boarder or whatever. This is a place that exists. Blood doesn't stay good for too long cold in a fridge. You wouldn't just leave it here. It could go bad. Somebody, I mean, for all I know, this is a fucking Airbnb, you know? That would make sense. You gotta have a side hustle as a fucking, you want your finance score to go up. You want another .net. But that one place, it does seem like it was specifically made to hold a, like, this is a holding cell effectively, and it doesn't make sense to let that person go all crazy because you have no idea if they've fed. So I don't feel like that's an accurate statement. With nothing left to do, you lie on the couch with the TV playing in the background for company. Come on, knock on our door. Come on, knock on our door. We'll be waiting for you. Sorry. Colombo. That's what they chose. Colombo. Alright. Kojak reruns. I don't know Kojak. I know Colombo. Kojak? I don't know that. President of the United States got himself into serious trouble again. Okay. President of the United States got himself out of trouble again. I just think that's funny. I'm gonna have to laugh at that. Pundits start yelling over each other about the things that seemed a little bit less insignificant just a few 2 days ago. You start drifting off, reflecting about another night of confusing conversations and worldview-shattering revelations. You know, becoming an undead, damned creature of the night can sort of shift your perspective. How many more before you finally understand what happened to you and what you're supposed to do now? I don't know. You keep coming back to the life you left behind. The people you should contact, the things you want to pick up from your apartment. You wonder when you'll have the chance for either. I think you're just going to have to let those go, brah. As you start to feel the same tiredness that made you drift into a cold sleep last night, you settle into the back room. The bed is comforting. The lack of windows, less so. You should find that more comforting. It being completely pitch black and like literally safe from the sun should be good. You leave the light bulb on. Looking at it, you realize it's the closest you'll ever come to staring at the sun on a breezy summer day again. A wave of melancholy overwhelms you. God, I do not like when they do that. Yeah, you take a plunge in the darkness again, sinking. Jeez, that's so, they've conditioned me that's terrible. It makes me super hungry and I kill people. Fuck. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. Hunger is at the heart of the vampire's existence. To ignore it is to tempt the beast, to take over its desire to feed. To overindulge in feeding is to threaten the masquerade while staining what humanity you have left. Oh, that's tutorial. Okay, I guess I'm just... In Coteries of New York, having high hunger is indicated by a progressively thicker, bloody frame around the screen, like the one you see now. Only I assume thicker? As your hunger grows, so does this indicator. Your hunger may increase when you call upon your vampiric powers or when you need to mend your wounds after a fight. It would be really nice if you indicated this by some other means other than this vague thing, this filter added on, and I could just see my blood points, please, but okay, sure, why not? When your hunger reaches the maximum level, you will receive a warning after you complete a piece of the story. Ignore at your own peril. Some choices might only become visible if your hunger is high enough. Similarly, high hunger may block off some choices, and you will be able to see... after pressing continue. What? So my hunger isn't that high because... I didn't have any option to really use my powers, and I ate when I could. It's red. I'm gonna click it. I don't think it's gonna work. Nope. Nada. Click, 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 click. Alright, let's just move on. To decrease your hunger, you will need to feed. Whenever you see a feeding opportunity, you can take the risk to hunt and slake your hunger. So that's the block off option, but there's also the feeding opportunity. You will need to keep your hunger at bay if you're to uphold the masquerade and survive the nights that await you. Okay. You open your eyes. I'm gonna end it here because it's a new night.